Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Some of you have been pretty intrigued with our story and how we got to where we are. So I figured today, let's do a video and run down just how we got here, how we started, how we ended up here, and how we're doing. And possibly how you could do the same. Do what you want to do. Do what you love to do. So guys, it all starts back when I was knee-high to a grasshopper. My dad got me into racing dirt bikes. I have that dirt bike. I was 3 years old. I still have that dirt bike. Some of you have probably seen it on my channel, a little PW50. I do plan on bringing it here, storing it, so it's safe, whatnot. 4 years old, I won the state championship. At 5 years old, I ended up racing in the 125cc class, but on my little 50. And I was giving them guys a run for their money, even came in second place against them big guys on the track. Now, where I raced was Bear Creek Amphitheater. So those of you who know Bear Creek today, it's a riding park. Well, it also used to be a circle track, off-road oval track. So I started, there. So it's pretty much off-roading is in my veins and in my blood. So with off-road vehicles being in my blood and in my veins, it's been a passion all my life to be able to ride these things and tear these things apart and make them faster and figure out the max that you can do before they just break and can't ride them no more. So all my life, I've been, tearing apart engines and tweaking things and timing and cams and you name it, we've done it. And we just like to push them to the absolute max. You guys really haven't seen anything on my channel compared to what we used to do. On my channel, I keep it more viewer friendly and try to help people repair and do things their own machines as well as mod them. But we don't mod them to the max like we used to during racing. And heck, when I was a teenager, I'd get a three-wheeler and I'd have to bore it out and everything else. You guys may see some of that soon on our channel as I have certain things that I want to do. So through my teen years of tinkering with these things and working on these things, remember we didn't have side-by-sides back then. We had three-wheelers, four-wheelers, go-karts, dirt bikes, all that stuff. We didn't have these fun rigs, but we built our own. They were called go-karts, right? Back then they were smaller. They were called go-karts, not side-by-sides. And we would put, 360cc, 400cc dirt bike engines on these go-karts and just annihilate stuff, right? So through my teen years, I've built motorized scooters, motorized bicycles, just different things that we could do. We didn't have video cameras. We didn't have YouTube back then. But boy, do I wish I'd have got some of the footage that I've actually done back then. I think I got some pictures. If I can dig up some old pictures, I'll put them in this video as I talk here. So you get in out of my teen years, 17, 18, I start working in garages and working on cars and stuff because that's what my dad does. My dad owns an automotive shop, his own shop. He's had it for almost 20 years. And I got into automotive garage where he was working, worked at a couple of them garages where he worked, and got into working on cars. But guys, I never really enjoyed working on cars. I've always enjoyed this stuff. Cars are boring. Cars are not fun unless, you're working on Ferraris or Lamborghinis or you're building a race car. Those cars are fun, but working on cars for customers, they're just not fun like these are. So you move ahead a few years. I ended up meeting my wife, Laura. I'm 25 years old or so. I was working for my dad at the time. Then I went to work for a car lot, and I worked for this car lot for almost 6 years. I made really good money. I was able to fund my YouTube channel. See, we decided to do a YouTube channel back in 2017. I actually started it in like 15, but I really started doing things on it in 2017. And I told my wife, I'm like, man, I really like seeing all these other guys building their channels and doing things that they like on their channels and showing other people that you can do this and you can do that and help people. The world we live in today, nobody likes to help anybody. It's a greedy society, and nobody wants to really help anyone. So I told my wife, I'm gonna get me an iPhone. So I'm an avid iPhone Apple user. I got an iPhone, whatever it was, 7, 6. And that's what I recorded my first YouTube videos on. So I started uploading content of RC cars, golf carts that I was building. I think they're still on my channel today. If you go scroll down and look some of my first videos, I didn't do too much off-road stuff. And then I was like, hey, let's get into off-roading. We can afford it with this job I have. She was working at the hospital. We were both making okay money, not nothing to brag about, but we were making okay enough money where we could afford a payment on one of these. And I drove Hondas all my life, Polaris's, Scouts. I've had just about every brand that there is to have. I've had it in 3-wheeler form, 2-wheeler form, or 4-wheeler form. Pretty much I've had it. And a lot of the machines I've had were old, clapped out piles of crap that you always had to work on. Like every time we go riding, we had to turn wrenches for days before we could go riding. So I told her, you know what? I ain't never had a brand new machine before. So we went to the dealership. We found CFMOTO side-by-side, a Z-Force 500. And that is really where my channel started to take off. We chose CFMOTO because we didn't know anything about the brand. There was 0 YouTube videos on it. I was the first YouTuber to upload anything and start, working on the CFMOTO brand. So nobody was doing anything. And I'm like, this perfect opportunity. I got a brand new machine I can work on. I can, get a camera. And we started out with cheap GoPros after the iPhone stuff. And I still today use my iPhone. And you guys can't tell. You probably can't tell the difference between this $7,000 camera that I'm talking to you on now and my iPhone 14 Pro Max. You probably can't tell much of a difference when you're watching the videos. So I got a GoPro that could really, take a beating. I didn't have to watch out for it and tripping over it and falling, because I did drop the cameras multiple times, tripping over the tripod and all that stuff in my driveway. So I got a brand new machine. I can really show you guys what the possibilities are with a machine you don't know anything about. And we can mod it. We can get more horsepower out of it. We can make it go faster. And then that continued for a few years. And then now I do my own clutch kits. Springs are all made for me. Can't buy my springs anywhere else. We do our own clutch kits. We work with Bell Stingray for the helixes, absolute best helixes on the market. Now we're doing things, and it just slowly got there. So you guys, I do this to inspire you, to show you the journey. You can go from having nothing to having almost anything you want. Now, I'm not rich. I don't claim to be rich. I don't care to be rich. But monetarily, I am rich in life. I'm rich with, my family. I'm rich with the fun I get to have. You don't have to have money to be rich. You can be rich in other things. So remember that. Money does not buy happiness. Trust me. I have more money than what I used to, and it doesn't make me any happier, So I could go without all of this stuff and still be happy, because I'm happy with my family. I'm, happy with the things that we get to do. And we can do all those things without all these things. So always remember that. Everybody's always looking to get ahead in life and do good things. And it's completely possible. You can do anything you put your mind to. Guys, I went from making chicken scratch as a teenager. I worked on lawnmowers as a teenager. I worked on, the off-road stuff for all my friends and neighbors and people who knew me. I worked on all that stuff, and I made money as a teenager. And, I didn't sit around and watch TV and play video games. I just never did any of that stuff. Do I do it? Absolutely. Here and there, sometimes, like last night, I was playing Super Mario. But do you know how long it's been since I played anything? Probably a year at least. So, but it boils down to, you gotta be motivated. You gotta push yourself. You gotta keep pushing yourself. Haters are gonna push you to the breaking point, trust me, but you cannot let them break you. You gotta keep pushing and keep showing them that you don't care what they think. And people are gonna cause issues for you. We've had issues along the way trying to get this. And haters have, made all kinds of issues for us, but we've gotten through them and we'll continue to get through them. Guys, doing what we do, it's been a long journey, and it's been an amazing journey. Everything that I've learned here, I've learned on my own. I didn't go to school. I didn't graduate high school. I dropped out in 9th grade. And everybody tells you can't do something unless you graduate and go to college. It's simply not true. And I don't want to encourage anybody to drop out. So if you're a teenager watching this, do not drop out. Do not. I wish that I didn't, but I did. Don't do it. Focus on your schoolwork. Focus and do what you got to do, because it's going to make life easier for you. I made my life harder by dropping out, but I did drop out and I still succeeded. And I want to encourage anybody who, did drop out and stuff. You're not a failure. You can do anything you want to do. You just have to put your mind to it. That's all. You just have to put your mind to it. You have to find what you're good at, and you have to focus on it and focus and focus and focus. Don't let your partying friends ruin your focus. Don't let your family ruin your focus. People are going to come and people are going to go in your life. Do not focus on them. Focus on you. The real, true friends will still be there before and after you succeeded. Trust me. I don't focus on anything but my family and my business. And I still have really good friends that stick around, because those friends are doing the same thing I'm doing. So they understand. They understand that you can't call them 24/7. They understand that you can't text them every day. But they also understand that if they need you, you'll be there. Those are true friends. Those are real friends. Those are the friends, those are the family that you need around you. Family is family. Some family just don't get it. Other family do. You need to keep the ones that do get it in your circle. That is how you succeed. Stay away from the bars. Stay away from the partying. Stay away from the people that don't do anything with themselves. Those are the people that will drag you down like a sack of potatoes. And as soon as I figured that out, because I used to be that guy, I used to be the guy that would go hang around with everybody who didn't do anything with themselves. I used to be the guy that would go, to all the parties and drink beer and smoke and do things that I shouldn't have been doing. I was that guy. And it was fun. I'm not going to lie, it was fun. But you know what? This is more fun. This is triple the fun, quadruple the fun. The minute you realize that you can have a beer in your living room, you don't have to be at the bar, you don't have to be at the party, you don't have to be at your friend's house. That's the minute you start living. Okay? I'm not saying don't go to your friends, don't go to your camp, don't do this, don't do that and have a beer. I'm saying stay away from the party scene. Stay away from the people that's all they want to do. And you'll succeed. Guys, trust me. This has been a long journey for me, very long journey. And there's some things that I've learned along the way and how to do things. You put your mind to it, the only way is up from there. Don't ever look back on yesterday. Don't look at what you failed on yesterday. Look at what you're going to succeed on tomorrow. Okay? Don't worry about what you did yesterday. Don't worry about that. Yesterday was yesterday. Today is today, and tomorrow is tomorrow. Something bad happened yesterday, it's okay. You learned from it. You made that mistake, you learned, you moved on. Don't dwell on it. Don't sit and think, how can I keep that from happening? Because next time it does go to happen, you already know. Your brain's going to just, hey, I did this. This didn't end well. We're not going to do this again. So don't sit for a week and dwell on it. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it get you upset. Don't let it get you down. Yesterday is yesterday. Today is today. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Always remember that. And always remember, friends are not always your friends. Family is not always your family. You will see the ones that are supposed to be there. And don't dwell. Don't worry about the ones that come into your life and then disappear. They're supposed to do that. God sends them. God sends them there to do what they're doing for you to learn on. There's a reason people come into your life and leave. Don't hate them. There's a reason they did that. What that reason is, nobody knows. Only you will know when it happens. But don't dwell on people not sticking around. Don't ever dwell on that, because it happens. Them people coming and going is only pushing you further in life. That's part of motivation. That's part of the road you're traveling. Don't ever worry about somebody coming and going or don't speak to you anymore. There's reasons. There's reasons for it. There's reasons for you and them. You're both learning from that experience. There was something that you both gained from that experience. Focus on who is there beside you all the time. Focus on all the people that push you to do what you do. Those are the things that I've learned through my journey. Those are the things that you got to focus on. Guys, anybody can do anything. We all have the same opportunities in life. It's just a matter of who pulls in that opportunity and uses it. If you don't pull in an opportunity when it's given to you, don't sit there and cry and whine because you didn't do anything. When you see an opportunity, grab it, even if it's something that you don't want to do. An opportunity is an opportunity, grab it, because it's going to help you get to where you want to do what you want to do. Okay? I do lots of things today that I don't want to do, but it helps me get to that point, to that stuff that I do want to do. Take it, utilize it, learn from it. And guys, that's all I have to say. I want to thank you for watching, stopping in my channel. I want to thank you for shopping on my website, www.rngperformance.net. You can get your merch, your CFMOTO parts and accessories. You can give us a call. The phone number's on the website. Leave us a comment below and let us know if you learned anything from this video. Let us know if we've inspired you in any way to do something that you've been wanting to do. And guys, me trying to inspire you, it doesn't have to be money motivated, right? It could be anything that you want to do. Just go do it. Okay? Go do it. That's what I've learned. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed my story. I shortened it up as best as I could. I hope that helps you. Peace out. God bless. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.